Hello and welcome back to Stardew Valley. We are going back to the beach where we are knee-deep in winter. I was actually thinking about this today. I'm like, what am I going to do during the winter? I'm like, still trying to figure it out. I guess I'm really going to be I'm going to try to level up fishing and probably try to make friends. Because that's also very important. It's going to be clear and sunny all day tomorrow. The spirits feel neutral. And wondering just how to get your hands on refined quartz. Just put a regular old quartz in the furnace. You'll need a lump of coal to fuel the fire. Oh, we already knew that. Oh. Hi. You seem to be doing well. The farm looks great. The farm's kind of in shambles, but okay. So, you've been here for a while, and I'm sure you've acquired some cloth by now, right? Maybe. Why do you have an interest in my cloth? Well, did you know that you can use cloth to tailor all kinds of clothes? All you need is access to a sewing machine. And I happen to have one at home. Feel free to swing by and use it any time. You can now access Emily's sewing machine. To start tailoring, you'll need a piece of cloth and a secondary item. Experiment to see what unique styles are out there. Ooh, we can be making clothes. So on my original playthrough, I actually did create different outfits for every season, which I thought was cute. And then I have like Halloween costumes. There you are. I was wondering where she got off to. Mookas. Oh, and Robin's working, so we will have a deluxe barn by the end of the season. Or, by the end of the stream, I mean. Okay, so nothing from Quincy. So, I was like, what am I going to talk about on today's stream? Today's rant is brought to you by jury duty. Because in May, I got a note from the county saying that I had been selected for jury duty. This is not my first rodeo. When I was in college, I had jury duty. And back in college, I had told them I had to have a postponement because I was a student. I was like, oh, okay, like, it'll be postponed, like, till the, I was hoping, like, at least several months or, like, maybe to the end of the year. I was like, that would be great. No, they postponed it a month. Because I was in college, I had finals, so I had to tell them, like, oh, yeah, I have finals during the, like, whole month of May. And they're like, oh, okay. You'll serve in June. I'm like, oh, my gosh. So, that was the thing. And now I got a summons, which, like I said, been there, done that. And you're supposed to, I guess now with COVID and everything, you're supposed to submit all your questions and stuff online, because they'll ask you, like, your age, verification, whatnot. And I'm like, okay. Like I said, been there, done that. So I sent it all in, got my confirmation, good to go. Well, I kind of forgot about it, and then my boss was, like, making a joke today because somebody said, oh, yeah, it's the last day of June. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, this year's just flown by, and she started joking. She's like, and you're gonna have jury duty. I was like, what? And I was like, oh, yeah, I completely forgot that I have jury duty for July. But I have not received any information on when my court dates are supposed to be. Like, I haven't received any information. I'm like, that's a problem. And she's like, yeah, that is a problem. She's like, if you don't respond, like, if you don't show up, they can issue a bench warrant for your arrest. And I was like, yeah, I know that. So now I'm sitting here thinking, like, okay, I didn't get any information. They didn't send it to me. I came home, I searched through all of my info, and like all of my bills and stuff that I have stacked up in my front little bin. And I was like, I can't find anything. So I was looking through my original summons, and it said 2 weeks prior to your term of service, which mine is July 1st through July 31st. They're like, okay, you should be receiving a list of court dates and whatnot. And I'm like, it's 1 day until my service is supposed to begin, and I don't have that information. So I'm like, now I gotta call the court tomorrow, try to get a hold of them, because I don't want a bench warrant out for my arrest. And I'm like, I hate jury duty with a passion, with just a flaming passion. Like, who likes jury duty? Who gets a summons and is just like super excited? This is my question. Oh my gosh, I am so stinking mad. I gotta watch jury duty. And my supervisor had told me, like, yeah, this is a funny jury duty story. But my boss was like, she's like, I could have gotten you out of that, right? I was like, well, what do you mean? Because in my line of work, this is like pretty common. Like, we have to have people get excused from jury duty all the time. And she's like, yeah, I would just have to like write you a letter. And I was like, well, I didn't want to do that. Like, I was like, I thought that maybe you could, but then I would just end up, knowing my luck, I'd just end up getting jury duty like the next month. So I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna have to call the court and figure this out. Because last time, I remember distinctly, I got my list of court appearances, and there was like 7 or 8 of them, and I was like, I don't want to do this. And I only actually had to go in for a couple of them, but now I'm just mad because they haven't sent it to me, and I'm like, why do they make things that are mandatory super difficult? Like taxes. If you get something wrong on your taxes... Oh, dang it, I'm out of bait. Yeah, you get something wrong on your taxes, you can go to jail. Hello! I'm ranting about jury duty. It's great. Yeah, it's... Like I said, the first time I had jury duty, I only had to go... Out of the 8, I think I only had to go in for like 4 of them. And only 2 of them, they actually took us into the courtroom and questioned us. One of them, we sat around for almost 2 hours, and then this person came in and they're like, oh, by the way, they settled this out of court, so you guys can just go. And I was like, what? I'm like, you've had us waiting for 2 hours just to tell us they settled out of court? Oh, that one made me mad. But yeah, we only actually got questioned as jurors like out of like 2 times, because the rest of them, they were just like, oh, we either didn't have to show up or they settled out of court. But now I'm just mad because I haven't received any information. I'm like, of course, since I submitted my questions on the questionnaire online, they know that I got my original summons. So if I don't show up because I haven't gotten any information, it's not like I can claim, oh, I didn't know, because they already know I filled out my questionnaire. It makes me mad. I'm like, why you gotta be like that? Why jury duty? Why? So yes, I'm mad about this. I'm very salty. But I keep thinking, I'm like, I have a long weekend because my boss is a saint and she decided to give us Friday and Monday off. So I'm like, I got 4 days of weekend. Yes, I have to work cattle one of the days, but I'm slowly working around to being okay with that. So I was thinking of like, to take my stress away about this jury duty situation, I was like, I'm going to plan a stream for like Thursday or something, like a day that I don't normally stream. And I was thinking about it, I was like, what am I gonna do? And I really wanted to do, like, Fallout, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know... Like, I'm not starting a new character for streaming unless I know that, like, a lot of people are going to be watching it. So, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? And I was like, well, I could go and show some of the settlements I've built, because I've built almost every settlement. There's one that I didn't care for that I just left. This is just blatant canvas, because the terrain is so just awful that I'm like, who would build here? Who would live here? Nobody wants this. But I've built up a lot of the other ones, and I have, like, bunkhouses, and, like, I've added a lot to them. So I'm like, well, maybe people might find it interesting to go see them. And then I remember, I'm like, a lot of people like Minecraft. I'm like, I do have Minecraft. And I was like, maybe I'll just do a tour of, like, this mansion that I built in survival mode. It's the mansion that I both love and hate, because I had to clear out most of a birch forest. And I didn't want to use birch, but because I like to try to keep close to my spawn point. I don't know why, but I do. So, the only type of tree that was, like, abundant around that area were birch trees. So I chopped down most of a birch forest, and it took me 3 real-life weeks. 3 whole weeks to build this massive monstrosity. And in the end, I'm like, what am I going to fill this thing with? It's just a big mansion, and I got nothing to do. So I was like, maybe I'll show that, because that map is really interesting, because it has... That's the one that has... So it has the mansion. I have a coop for chickens. I didn't really do anything for the animals, which is weird, because on my first house, I had, like, all sorts of, like, stables and whatnot for all the animals. But I have a greenhouse that's, like, massive. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know why I have this giant mansion. It's a private server. It's just me. It's not even on a server. It's, like, literally just my game. And I'm like, why do I have this? There's, like, probably, like, 12, 13 rooms. I'm like, I don't know the purpose of this. I'm like, I have a bedroom. I don't even have as many animals as I do on my other one. I'm like, I don't have hardly any, like, stuff here. So I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, 3 weeks of real life time, because I got bored. So I would sit there and I would listen to Nancy Drew playthroughs on YouTube from what is the YouTuber's name? I think it's Your Gibbs. And I would listen to him playing Nancy Drew. And I think he's, like, Canadian or something. And he has, like, a really nice voice. So I'd sit there and I'd listen to him as I'm, like, just slowly, piece by piece, building this monstrosity. I'm like, why? Why am I like this? So I thought maybe I would do a stream and kind of show that, or do a couple of streams. I don't know. I'm sort of bored with life. I have not much to do. I still need a tilapia. When can I get a tilapia? Those are gonna take forever. I could maybe, and I stress this, maybe get a blobfish this year. Octopus already went out the window. Scorpion carp, I think I can catch that in the desert. How I still have not caught a largemouth bass, I have no idea. Sturgeon, I think we can catch those in the winter, but those things are hard. So that's gonna be fun. Maybe I'll go do that tomorrow. Try to catch some more. Okay, walleye. Why do I feel like I should be able to catch one of those right now? And this is catfish and a tiger trout. I always hate the fact that I don't know when each fish is available for catching. Honestly, most of the time I'm just lost. I'm like, wait, what? Because I try to memorize them, but... Oh yeah! That was my whole, like, I am the #1 cause of deforestation right now. And it was like, I'd go chop down like 16 trees, go have this stack of wood, go turn it into, whatever it comes after. It's been so long since I played Minecraft, but I would turn it into the other type, and then I'd sit there and I'd build and build and build, and then I would like take a break, and then I'd be like, okay, I got this. Then I'd build and build and build, and then I'd go get more trees. It was such a process. I'm like, do I hate myself? And the thing is I went off of actual blueprints. Like, I printed out a layout of this, like, mansion-style house, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, this is what I'm gonna build. I'm going to build this exact thing. And yeah, it took forever. Like, kinda hated myself for it. It's pretty, but man, was it work. I still have those blueprints, so I'll have to take a picture and post it on the Discord so you can see what blueprints I was going off of and what insanity I brought upon myself. And Lucia, why do you have to lay right in front of it? Yeah, that was not my best idea, but like I said, I was bored. The things I do when I'm bored is craziness. Writing fan fiction for Fallout that's going to end up being probably like almost 200,000 words. Yeah, Planks, that thing. Like I said, it's been a long time. A very long time. Because then I got into Stardew. Let's see. Oh, we're getting snow tomorrow. Which doesn't really mean anything in this game. Spirits are very displeased. We are not surprised. In Harvest Moon, you can actually get snowed into your house. And it's not a fun time. But yeah, so I got into Stardew, and controversial things coming, but I didn't overly love Minecraft. Like, it's a great game, but I didn't overly love it because there's only so much you can do. Like, here, the furniture, you can interact with it. You can sit on the chairs, you can, sleep in the beds, you can, there's lights and stuff that you can put on the walls. Like, just from the, visual... And look, we have a deluxe barn. I just noticed that. But, there's things you can do. But in Minecraft, you can't put a chair down and use it. You can't... I kind of like more role-playing stuff, and that's not really a thing in Minecraft for me. So, once I found Stardew, which was exactly the type of game that I liked, I kind of just took that and ran with it. But I mean, like I said, it's a great game, and I know that, so many people love it. I like it, but I can't say that I love it. Duck feather that I really want to keep because of my husband on my other game, but he's not my husband anymore. This is a sadness. That is the weirdest conundrum. Having a spouse in another game that is no longer my spouse, and I'm like, I get very emotionally invested into things, so it actually genuinely makes me sad that he's not my husband anymore. Like, but Elliot, I loved him. But alas, I will say right now, we are not marrying Elliot in this playthrough. It's been decided, and I'm not marrying Elliot. So, there is that. It's just one of those things that I'm like, it just makes me a little sad. And it's funny, because this is one of the only games that's really ever happened to me. A little bit in Harvest Moon, but not very, like, I did marry 2 different people on 2 different playthroughs, and it was just kind of like, yeah, this is what I wanted. But yeah, I married Karen and Ellie on 2 different playthroughs, and it didn't really bug me because honestly, I didn't really mean to marry Karen. I kind of romanced her first, and I didn't realize I had another choice. So on my second playthrough, I was like, oh, I can marry any of these people. So yeah, I picked Ellie on my second playthrough. Spirits are very displeased today, so... But, like, this is the exact type of game that I like, because I love, like, little farming simulators, which is what Harvest Moon is. And it's like, okay, I loved the animals. The thing I didn't enjoy was it was so bleeding difficult to do everything. There was no little, like, energy bar or anything like that. You couldn't see how low your energy was. Watering like 2 crops would make you like almost pass out. I'm like, this is not enjoyable. Like, I was always passing out, and food was hard to come by. Like, energy items, stuff to regain like your stamina. And I'm like, this is really difficult. It was a fun game, and since it was all I had at the time, holy moly. What the heck are you? I just found the spawn of Satan fish. Oh, I don't like you. Holy. Okay, does anybody see this monstrosity? Good lord! A lingcod. That's it! Gosh! I'm not high enough level for this! I don't like the winter fish! Anywho, as I was saying before I was assaulted by the difficult fish, that game was just too difficult. So I would play for a little while, but there were areas of the game, finally largemouth bass, but there were just areas that I never got into, like fishing. Could not figure out how to do it in that game. Couldn't, for the life of me. Like, I owned a fishing pole because one was given to me, but I never did anything with it because I'm like, I don't know how to use this thing. Inventory space was severely limited. Like, for what it was a good game. I enjoyed it. I still every now and then log on and enjoy it, but this game is exactly like that game, just with the added stuff that I wanted. There are a couple things, though, from Harvest Moon that I wish were in Stardew, but it's minor things. Overall, Stardew is definitely the better of the two. I said it. Even with all the new versions of Harvest Moon that come out, like, oh my gosh, I've lost track of how many versions there are. Oh, we're at it again. I do see your comment. I cannot take my eyes off of this fishing bar. I will be with you momentarily. If this is another lingcod, I swear. I feel like this is not as complicated as a sturgeon. Oh, my dear giddy aunt, I hate this. Good lord! It's a sturgeon! Oh, good lord. I feel like I'm about to sweat. The fish did not want me to catch it. Oh, what fishing level am I at? I am a beast. I am a legend. I caught a friggin' sturgeon at level 6. Oh. Ugh. But yes, quality of life upgrades were so much better with this because there were so many things that I'm like, why does this game need to be so hard? But like I said, it took all the aspects, like, you know, but in there you could only have cows and sheep. I'm like, I really kind of... Cows, sheep, and chickens. And I was like, I really wish that there was another type of animal. And guess what? I can have goats. Like, the variety was great. Oh my gosh. You know what? Fine. Be free! But, like, having goats and ducks and rabbits and now ostriches, there are so many different things in this game that I can do. Pigs. That was new. Just little things that just make me love this game. Just a perch. I remember when perch was like so difficult for me to get. The only reason I'm trying to get another sturgeon is because I'm loath to give up the one I have. Like, I know it has to go into a bundle, but I don't want to give it up. That thing fought me tooth and nail, and I don't feel like giving it away yet. Because the community center wants everything. Also, if you hear snoring, my German is asleep behind my chair. Okay, that was no good. It was no bueno. She's a loud German baby. I don't know what it is, but like the last couple weeks, she has like not wanted to leave me alone. When I'm sitting at my desk chair, she will literally like curl her body around the base of my chair. When I'm in the living room, she is right next to my recliner. She does not want me to like do anything without her. I'm like, what is your deal? And I look at her, I'm like, what's your deal, cockatiel? I'm like, she's being an absolute sweetheart, but I'm like, why are you like right there all the time? And then my border collie, she's psycho. And she has this thing with tennis balls. She's like completely obsessed with tennis balls. And I was like, I told my husband, I was like, if I ever do like a drawing or like, you know, like if I had to like ask a group question to decide like a single person for something, I'd be like, you know, I would ask them to guess how many tennis balls she has dragged around the house. Because she has a little basket full of them. And there's like 20 or so tennis balls in the basket. And she will just take them out and drag them around the house. Yeah, my dogs they're pretty adorable, but they are quirky. I don't think I've ever met anybody with a dog who's like perfectly normal. Like, mine are weird. They have their things. My Chihuahua likes feet. When my husband comes home from work and he's got his stinky feet out of his boots, my Chihuahua will like lay on them and rub on them and like will not leave his feet alone. I'm like, Tony, you're gross. Like, who wants to smell Dad's stinky feet? Not me. Yeah, Mom does not want to smell stinky feet. But yeah, I'm like, I'll just ask them. Like, how many tennis balls do you think Mimi has taken around the house? because it can vary. Like today I picked up 4 of them. Last week I picked up 13 of them. And she'll just randomly go and take them out of the basket, and she'll get bored and forget it and leave it somewhere. And she puts them in the oddest of places. Like, there'll be one jammed into the couch. There will be, like, behind the couch. I'm like, how did you even get back there? The weirdest part is when I find them in my bedroom. I'm like, my bedroom door is shut all the time. You're not even allowed in here. How did you get a tennis ball in there? The world may never know. She is a little Houdini. She's actually coming out to the ranch with us on the 4th of July. And I'm like, I swear, if another cow kicks her in the face, I'm gonna get so mad. Because that's what happened last time we were out at the ranch with her. She got a little too close, which she's learning, but she got kicked in the face by a cow. And I raged. I was so mad at that cow. I almost chased it down. I was like, kicked my dog in the face. And yes, I will shame Tony. He's a little freak. I was like, I don't know what his deal is. Like, if I can get a video of it, I will. It is the weirdest thing. It looks like he's having a seizure. Just like shaking and rolling around on top of my husband's feet. I'm like, why are you so weird? Really? That used bait? The algae ate my bait? Lame. But yeah, no. All of my dogs are weird. In some way or another, they're all strange. Just like their parents. And it's funny, because we all... It's inevitable. You will find your favorites. And my favorite is the German. Because when I first moved into this house, it was the first place that my husband and I could have animals. And I had a dog that I raised from a puppy. I had him for 8 years. He was such a good little boy. Oh yeah, Mimi got kicked in the face by a cow. But his name was Andrew, and I brought him over, and very quickly he passed away of acute kidney failure, and I was devastated. So Rom is she was my emotional recovery pup. So yeah, we got her. And then she was lonely, and she drove me crazy because she was crying, and crying, and crying, and crying, and crying, and crying, and she wouldn't stop. So I was like, we need to get her a friend. And that's how we got Mia. And then I'm a cat person, can't have cats, husband's allergic. So husband said if I got a dog small enough that I could have a 3rd dog. So that's how I have 3 dogs. But yeah, the whole thing with Mimi and the cow. So you have to go through what we call branding and banding season. So all the new baby cows that have been born, they need to be branded with the ranch brand. And they, if they're little boys, you need to band them around their, to turn a potential bull into a steer. Well, we were, you have to corral them. So we had them all in the corral. We were separating out moms and babies. And we had all the calves in a smaller area. We let all the moms out. So all the moms are sitting there, mooing and waiting for, their babies. Well, we were like, oh, okay, not too bad, not too bad. Dang it, I missed the merchant. And things were going pretty smooth. Well, this calf, we let it out of the chute. And, because you have to put him in what's called a squeeze chute. So they pretty much run into it. It squeezes their sides and holds them still. Because if not, they can hurt themselves. So we popped the chute and we let it out, and it ran to its mom, and Mia was being good. She was, you know, working on herding them. So she was kind of pushing the calf towards its mom. Well, the mom was too close and freaked out about Mia being there. And then Mia didn't like that, so she got really close to its feet. And as it was running away, it kicked her right between the eyes. And she let out the most awful sound. Like, it's ingrained in my memory. Just this awful, like, screaming, wailing noise. And it tore me up inside. And my father-in-law just looked at me and he's like, she'll learn. To which I was not pleased. And after that, I babied her so completely. And I was like, you tell me that she'll learn? I'm like, that cow kicked my dog. Oh, because, you know, he sees her as a ranch dog. You know, she works cattle. That's what she does. That's her job. I see her, I really want to get one of these, but they're $1,000. I see her as a house pet. She's my dog. She's my baby. And so, yeah, we have a little bit of a difference of opinions on how to treat said dogs. But, yeah, no, I was so mad. And I was like, I don't want to bring her back out here. They're going to kick her again. And my husband's like, babe, like, this happens. And I'm like, so we're taking her out on Sunday. And I'm like, I swear she gets kicked by a cow. I'm going to go postal. But hopefully she learned. And this time, we actually bought her a harness, so if she tries to, like, run, she's not gonna, like, choke herself a little bit. She's got a little bit of room to kind of... It's going to put pressure on her shoulders instead of her neck. So I'm like, just don't strangle yourself, please. But yeah, ranching is a very interesting life. And one that I'm still not entirely used to, but I have a feeling eventually I will be used to it. So, yeah, that's my interesting life. I kept one of those. Okay, yes. But, yeah, no. This is when I have kind of, like, really learned... If something or someone hurts my animals, the things are not going to go well for them. I'm, like, really extremely protective over all of my animals, and I think that's because... Oh, I almost sold that. I thought I already had one. But yeah, after Andrew died, I was so upset and so hurt and so lost that... Now that I have these dogs, I am extremely overprotective of them. I don't want anything happening to them. Like, if Hub's, like, kind of... Yeah, he told me to chill, and I was like, there will be no chill. But now I'm, like, almost paranoid. So even if my husband, like, gets onto them too much, I'm like, leave them alone. Like, stop. They're dogs. Like, they're my dogs. Leave them alone. But they're good pups, and now they get to sit with Mom while she's playing video games. Ooh, level 7 of fishing. Wait. Okay, I was just a level 6. So we got a whole level of fishing. Cork Bobber and the Treasure Hunter. Ooh. 6,800 gold? That's nice. That's nice. That's a lot of money. So I think we're doing pretty good on fishing. And hopefully, definitely by the end of next year, I want to have all of my skills maxed out, which we're getting there. What did I choose? Okay, so fish are worth 25% more. Okay, so yeah, we're getting there. The highest we have is a level 9. Which definitely we will get to level 10 before the end of the next year. It's going to be a beautiful sunny day. Spirits are in good humor. It's a miracle. I've got an unusual request. Could you keep it a secret? Clint. I want you to deliver an amethyst to Emily. It's her favorite stone. Tell her it's from me, Clint. Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't give my dogs table scraps. I don't... Like, I try to make sure I keep them as healthy as possible. You know, I don't like them to be outside too long. They definitely do not sleep outside. While they've been with me, they have never spent a night outside. And, like, before we got them, I know that Rom was a rescue from out on a reservation, so she probably slept outside. Mia, I know, slept outside, and Tony slept outside too, so it's like, I know they've slept outside before, but I'm like, when you're with me, no, you don't sleep outside, you sleep inside. And then people are like, where do your dogs stay all day? I'm like, they stay in the garage. And they're like, oh, really? I'm like, it's heated and air conditioned. I'm like, they're pretty spoiled. I'm like, I make sure the temperature's at a good spot. Like, they get treats. They have their own individual food and water dishes. Hubs thinks I'm absolutely insane. He's like, they're dogs. I'm like, yes, they're dogs, but they're my dogs. Ooh, we got some more wool. I really need to look into making a loom. Clint's shy. He's sweet. He's a shy boy. I don't mind helping him, but I know what's gonna happen, so I'm like, don't say I didn't warn you, sir. Okay, a loom is... Okay, I can't even read those numbers. I'm just gonna grab the stuff. So it's fiber, wood, and pine tar. I want to make 2. Doop, doop. Because that's gonna bug me. But I do plan on making, or getting more rabbits. So let's put those in there. Okay. You know, we're actually just gonna put those there. Still waiting on my rabbit's foot. But yeah, since I don't have children, they kind of are my babies. And yes, I treat them as such. There's nothing wrong with caring for them, but I do kind of see his point, because he wants to travel and go out of town, but we really can't because of the dogs. And my problem is I'm like, no one can take care of them like I can, or like I do. No one's gonna want to come to my house at 11:30 at night to let them out to go to the bathroom before bed like I do. I'm like, no one's gonna want to do this. I'm like, the level of care that I have for them is so high that I'm like, no one's gonna want to do this. Like, no one's gonna want to take care of dogs if it's going to be that much effort. Yeah. Let's see. Amethyst for Emily. I'm starting to get enough of the gemstones that I can actually give them to people. Who likes topaz? I know somebody does. We'll just leave that for now. Haley actually likes daffodils. She likes them. I don't think she loves them, but you know, good enough for me. Sam... If I'm not gonna drink it, I might as well give it to Harvey. But yeah, I know that I baby them, and I know that it bugs him, but like, I can't help myself, because I feel like with Andrew, I was so young, and I didn't really know overly how to take care of a dog, and like, how to give them everything they needed. Like, I feel like I didn't do as well as I should have done, probably. And, you know, I want to make up for that. So now I have 3 spoiled, rotten dogs. Okay. Not the ocean bundle. Not the river bundle. Lake fish. The sturgeon was actually the very last thing I had to put in my last community center. That doesn't help me, but okay. And while we have the money, I think I'm actually going to make a donation. Oh look, a lightning rod, like I didn't already have a bunch of those. Oy vey. Yeah. That is a very, very true phrase. I find that to be true a lot of the times. What do I... Okay, so I need to find Emily. Emily, are you at work yet? No. No, she's not. Oh, look. Sometimes I look for crawdads in the river. Don't tell Aunt Marnie, but I fed one to a cow once. Oh, not good. Dad's coming back soon. I hope he brings me some toys. I need to find a better way to deal with my grief. Things changed a lot after the Jojo Mart went up. It's been really bad for Pierre's shop. Mom loves Jojo Mart though. The prices are cheap, so she can afford a lot more than she ever could at Pierre's. That's the sad truth about some mom and pop shops. To make ends meet, they have to charge more, and you know, it is what it is. But there's this little bookstore in my town, and I go there to get there to get my books, and I just went there yesterday, and she was like so excited to see me. She knew my mom before I was even born. Oh, my favorite stone. You're so sweet. It's from who? Oh, you got it at Clint's? No, I didn't get it from Clint. Clint asked me to give it to you. She smooched me. See, Emily smooched me. And I'm like, Clint, this is what happened. She would be smooching you if you had given it to her. See, misunderstandings. All the misunderstandings. I didn't even talk to you guys. I just gave you gifts. One sec, I gotta beat this level. Sounds like me. The frogs aren't very happy in the winter. Sebastian, why do you care so much about the frogs? Yeah. So, I went and I bought a book, and I'm excited. It's been pretty good so far. It reminds me a lot of a TV show that I watched. Harvey, you're not even here. There was a TV show on Netflix that was really good, but they only did one season of it and then they canceled it. Like, season 2 was already in the works, and then they're like, oh, by the way, we canceled the show. And I was like, what? I was like, I'm never gonna get to figure it out. I'm like, were they in an alternate universe? Like, I'm like, how did they figure it out? No questions answered. I'm like, this is awful. Like, and I didn't know at the time that they had canceled it, so I got really into the show. Yeah, only to be told there's no season 2. So this book reminds me a lot of that show, and I'm hoping that I get a sense of closure. Is this for me? This is my favorite stuff. It's like you read my mind. Can I do anything for you? No, just... I've been doing little indoor exercises since it's often too cold to go out. Sorry if it's a little humid in the cabin. I hadn't planned on going into your cabin by myself, but okay. Oh yeah, this thing. Super Cucumber Town. Duck mayonnaise. Duck Oh, no, Duck Mayo Saloon. STR. I'm like, I can't, I'm trying to read this. STR. Strange. Strange. Strange Bun. Toy box. Oh my gosh, that's hard. It's hard to read when you don't have it like... I don't have like a piece of paper or anything that I can like write down. We might do those. I'm probably going to forget about those. Goblins by M. Jasper. The species commonly known as goblins seem to have originated in the forest of the far northeast, beyond the Bluemire Hills. Characterized by their green skin, bright red eyes, and foul smell, initial encounters with goblins can be frightening for unexperienced travelers. Despite their unsettling appearance, goblins possess an intellectual and emotional capacity akin to humans and have no trouble learning our customs and languages. The goblins I've met have been rather friendly and amiable, once I've shown that I meant no harm. Unfortunately, centuries of distrust and ill temperament from humans has led many goblins to pursue careers in the employ of witches, warlocks, necromancers, and other unsavory types. A traditional goblin diet largely consists of grub meat, typically from large and juicy grub varieties native to the goblin home forest. On special occasions, goblins will indulge in an item called void mayonnaise, considered perhaps the finest delicacy in all goblin cuisine. This is something we will need to know for later. Say hi to Lewis. The library is one of Pelican Town's greatest features. It's funded with taxes we collect from local businesses. Sir, I know what you do with that tax money. Can't lie to me. Okay, so since we've given our gifts, I'm actually going to go to the quarry. Ooh. I figure this way I can get some stone. And I'm actually really upset because I wanted to do a fish pond for the sturgeon because I wanted more of them before I gave away my one and only. But I decided to give it away anyway. It was a bad choice on my part, but I did it. But hopefully we can catch another one before the end of the season, because they're a winter fish. So hopefully we can catch another one, and then get enough stone. Because my thing is, the reason I didn't want to build a fish pond yet was because I didn't think I had enough stone. But if I can get enough, then I will build a fish pond so we can get caviar going. Because that will come into play later. And it takes a long time for the sturgeon to get up to 10 in the pond. I know, because on my other playthrough I have like 19 fish ponds. Sometimes I look at that, I'm like, whose bright idea was that? And I'm like, oh yeah, it was mine. Like, why did I ever think that 19 fish ponds was a good idea? I might do something that might be detrimental to my health. Although, it would probably... I don't know. See the little cave to the left? Should I go into said cave? I can always wait. But, would you guys like me to go into the cave right now? Could be interesting, could also be the death of me. We'll see either way. I'm also trying to think of what I'm trying to save up for right now. I'm like, do I really have anything that I'm saving up for? Do. I want to sneak a peek in there, but at the same time, like, I could die, because I don't have any, like, food items on me. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad of an idea was this? Oh! Scale of 1 to 10, probably about a 9.5. Secret note? 12 o'clock, noon sharp, the last day of the season. Check the bush above the playground. Alrighty then. Who's been in here to hide notes? Who besides me is dumb enough to actually go down here? Oh no, where are you coming from? Go away. No. I'm actually very curious how far I can get in before I, like, have to run away. Oh, no. How did that not work? Ow! Also, quick question. Why, I wonder, can you not upgrade the scythe like you upgrade all the other tools? I've been wondering that question since my first playthrough. I'm like, why can I not upgrade that? Oh, there's a bunch of them. Can I face you one at a time? Could we do that? That would be downright lovely if we could just do one at a time. Single file order, please. Oh, there's another one up there. Okay, so you just gotta be able to trigger them one at a time, or else the fight gets way too hard way too quick. I'm gonna go down here. Trigger you. Stay back. Ow! Oh no, I triggered the other one. I triggered the other one too. Aquamarine ring. What do you do? Go away! Hello, my pretty. Ha-ha! I have a golden scythe. Woo! I wasn't expecting that so close. Just go away. Just go away. Go. Be gone. I remember last time I had the hardest time getting that. I was like, I can't get it. It's too hard. I can't make it through the skulls. I think it also helped that we came on a good luck day. Because I've seen this place, like, completely packed. And I mean packed. Full of the little red skulls. So we came on a good day. I don't remember how to get out of here, though. Is it this way? I think not. Oh no, that's bad, that's bad. We're gonna pass out. Oh no. 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 We're gonna be sneaky about this. We're gonna go. We're gonna leave. We're gonna run over here. Because we love our mine carts. We love them. They're good. Go to the bus stop. It's like, I do not want to be caught. That is my whole goal for this playthrough. Don't pass out. So far, I've been lucky. But luck only goes so far. Okay. I'm gonna have to look up who likes Topaz. Because I know that it's got to be a favorite of somebody. But who, I have absolutely no idea. Take that. Aquamarine ring. What do you do? We have a golden scythe now. No, I'll throw it away. What do you do? Increases critical strike. Okay, I have more useful rings on me. And now we sleep. We only made 4,000, which is okay. Okay, so we will be starting off our next episode with 17,338 gold. I am sorry I ranted so much in this episode, especially about jury duty and how much I spoil my dogs. But thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to join me on Discord. I will remember to post a picture of that blueprint onto Discord so that you guys can see that. All of the previous episodes are uploaded to YouTube. They are recent. So there's that. And I will be back Friday with the next stream. I will post on the Discord if I decide to do a live stream tomorrow of either Minecraft or Fallout. I will post that, let you guys know. But until then, until Friday for the next stream, I will see you guys later.